Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 13, lesson 13. And if you take off on Sundays, we always suggest you do 5 days, 4 weeks in a row, and the last day on Saturday at the end of the course. There's a thing in the mind as we talk about developing your mind that when you hear information more than once, you start the process of retaining it until you can develop into your brain through note-taking or through teaching the repetitiveness to lock it in. In other words, when you hear it once or twice and you focus on it, you start putting it into your long-term memory. As you're doing your juggling, you're increasing your ability to grow new white brain matter, to have new memory banks available so you can put information you learn in there. You can actually teach yourself to remember anything. And it's just your mental acuity to be sharp. It's just like the other day, JJ gave me her code number on her phone. And here it is. I heard it one time when I'm reading something else, and 5 days later, a week later, 10 days later, I still remember it. So you don't know what you're capable of, but again, your mind does a billion computations a second. I was at a meeting one time where a doctor was talking about the mind's infinite capabilities, that theoretically, the mind can see every blade of grass out there when you scan the yard and count it. The brain can do that and capture all that information, billions of bits of information every second. But it's how do we use more of our brain to recall that? They say that maybe Einstein might have used 10% of his brain and the rest of it's less than that. I believe that as the technology increases, man will be able to use more and more of his brain. Now, technology does take and use your brain less on some things. Like if you're working, when I grew up, you had to give change at a convenience store for work convenient. The bill was $2.85. Somebody gave you a 10, you had to count a nickel and a dime, $3, 2 ones made 5, and 5 is 10 to give out change. Now the kids have to punch it into the machine. When I was in school, we had to do all of our math and our calculus, tangent, cotangent, secant. We had to do all the formulas by hand. Now the college kids just use a calculator. Some things you improve on, but sometimes when you do the machine, the brain does not work as much. It's kind of like when I was a kid, we always had to have a map to get anywhere we wanted to go. Now you just ask your phone, okay Google, directions to Knoxville, Tennessee. So technology is great, but sometimes we still have to train the brain. So the math exercises in here, where I'm saying 5 and 5, plus 20, plus 18, plus 12, all these things are to sharpen your skills. Another thing that sharpens your skills is working crossword puzzles. Crossword puzzles cause the mind to think. We're going to go over the 3 R's today. When you read something, you learn it. When you read it twice, you learn it deeper. When you read it 3 times, you learn it even deeper. And then the second R is writing, R-I-T-E. And when you write down your notes, you're teaching the same subject matter a second time. The ability to retain that is the speed. You don't want the mind thinking about the movies or the mind back skipping as you're taking your notes. Focus on taking your notes as fast as you can. The third thing is being able to relate to it. Now, this is a big key for developing your mind. When you learn anything, tell somebody else about it. Call a friend and say, hey, this is what I learned today. I learned blah, 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 blah. If you don't have anybody you can call to discuss your lessons to and your new education, put a teddy bear there or a pillow. Call the pillow Donna or Mikey, whatever you want to call the pillow. And teach the pillow like you're teaching a person. And as you're teaching this, you're developing your acting skills. You're a teacher, nobody's around. If you're shy, it's okay. Nobody, lock the door and do it. But as you're doing this, it's going deeper and deeper and deeper into your brain. You're going to have an epiphany moment to where I call it the aha moment, where all this is going to just start flowing and remembering more and more and more and more. When you take the course, you don't want to stop. You're on to something that's opening up a new world for you. You're opening up to a way to get rid of all your hurts and pains. We've all had injuries. I've had some major injuries, should have died 4 times. The last one was the really horrible one, which was the aneurysm that about killed me. I had to rebuild the mind. But if I can do this, anybody can do this. So the magic moment will come, what I call the aha moment. The aha moment is when you realize, I'm on to healing. I'm on to something good for myself. You want to do this program for yourself to make yourself a better person for you. To be able to learn for yourself so that you can get promotions. Be able to save time. If you can read 600 words a minute and everybody else at your work is reading 200 and you can retain the information, who's going to get the promotions? Who's going to read all types of skills about how to manage companies or how to organize a shipping department or how to read technical information on how to build racks in a warehouse? Who's going to be able to work on the cutters, the collators, all this stuff? Your new mind will let you advance in any career that you have. Also, as you're taking and healing from your hurts and pains, you can be the new person in the family who succeeds. And success breeds new success, new generations of success. Success leaves clues. At the end, I'll give you a list of books now that you can read if you really want to advance your life to where you know how to fall in love so deep that you stay in love and she stays in love with you or you stay in love with him, whatever the case might be. One of my module programs is about being able to do things that other people can't. And I tell everybody, do stuff today that other people won't, so tomorrow you can go places other people can't afford to. Money is only a means. It's pieces of paper. Years ago, my daughter was a little over 2 years old, and I went on a road trip selling my jewelry, and I came back with $12,000 or $15,000. I've been gone for a week, and my little girl's on a tricycle riding around the coffee table. Daddy, 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 let's play. Daddy, let's play. And I said, honey, right now I'm counting the money out to Mommy. I wanted her to be proud of me. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and I'm making piles of 100 and turning them sideways. And I had to count $12,000 out. And my little girl, finally she says, Daddy, you've been gone all week. That's only pieces of paper. Play with me. I said, you're right. Money is only pieces of paper. Value your wife. Value your husband. Value your significant other. Make your life better so that you can make their life better. I called my father and said, hey, you know, that's what Kristen said to me. My dad said, the 2-year-old's smarter than you. Your value is not how much paper you have. Your value is what you give from your heart. So we're going to work on that, and we're going to work on some locking in new emotions, dream building. We hope that you had a fantastic week on building your positive dreams. We hope that you took and got your diary and you planned out how many times you're going to go to the movies or the state fair or ice skating or to a party or how many times you're going to go out to eat. All types of things, and you dreamed about that dream vacation of going to Hawaii. So it might be Paris or it might be Australia, wherever you want to go, it doesn't matter. So today we're going to focus on taking notes. Take notes of what you've done. Take notes of what you're doing. Take notes of what you're learning. Use the different methods, however you decide. I gave you 3 or 4 different methods. Use the method that's most comfortable for you and switch up the methods. As you notice, the book, when you print it out, it becomes pretty thick. And make sure you print out your book, you keep your book. When you finish the class, the best thing you can do immediately after you take 3 days off, take it again. Why? When you experience information a second time, you learn more. Now I tell everybody, all the modules I've designed in a certain order. And the very first thing is before you get into anything else, take the class again. Get it locked into a memory. Get it locked into a habit. And if you read all the time, 15 to 20 minutes a day, you'll read what used to take you an hour. But readers are leaders. You can set yourself free. I would set a goal the first year to read 1 book a month. And begin with just something that's easy. And then 1 book a month. The second month, that might be something that will help your career, or a motivational book, or a way to do business, or a project book of reading how to create a garden, or wire a house, rebuild a home, lay some ceramic tile floors, whatever it might be. But the first book reads to build the mind, then some technical information on a skill, develop a skill. One thing you can do that's really super good for you is develop art. Remember, the artistic side of the brain is the right side, and as you're taking and writing every day left-handed for just a couple of 2 or 3 minutes, you're building more white brain matter on the creative side. So let's experience some art. Playing a musical instrument like the piano or a guitar or drums, or just pretending that you're playing the piano. Listen to your music when you're happy, pretending you're Elton John or whatever you want to do. But arts are fantastic and music's fantastic. If you write poetry, it's art. If you paint, it's art. It's all good for the body. So let's take and get out your book and let's get ready for some breathing. Let's take some water. That's good stuff. Whoa, I love water. Let's take and breathe in deep. Hold it to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and exhale. Breathe deep. Sit up straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and exhale. Before we read, let's turn on some good music, get some dopamine made by the brain. Continue just breathing deep, listen to a song for a minute or two. And you know me, I'm going to go with oldie but goodies from the 70s. So turn on your music. Get motivated. Close your eyes, listen to your music, and just breathe in and out as you're sitting there. Focus on your new life. Focus on all your hurts are going to go away. All your pain is going to go away. You're going to rebuild a new life. You're going to become a leader. You're going to help improve other people's lives. One of the keys to success is when you do stuff from purity of heart, God will bless you with more money, more skills. So always seek to do what you can to help others. If you do that, you'll be happy. That's a beautiful song. So tonight, I want so bad for all you all to know what I know. I'm looking for 1,000 teachers starting this new company from Divine Intervention. And we're going to have 1,000 teachers within the first 2 years that'll teach millions of people throughout the world to improve millions of people's lives. The 7 different modules that I do were created, one for each day of the week. It's a metaphor to took God 7 days to create the heavens and the earth and rest on Sunday. So I modeled the whole program after 7 days of creation. You're creating a new life. You are going to be successful. You think you can, you can. You think you can't, you're right. So let's think we can. All right. Got some dopamine coming. Feeling good, feeling fine. Let's take our new speed test. And we're going to do a new speed test to find out where we're at. Tilt your book. And we're going to read for 2 minutes. Ready, set, go. One minute. And stop. You can see right at 2 minutes and 49 hundredths of a second. Count out the number, use your finger, touch the page, count out the number of lines. Take that figure and write it down. Let's say that you did 75 or 80 lines, whatever it is. Divide by 2 to get your word per minute. If you have 35 and your average line is 11, mark down 35 times 11, and that's your base rate today. So, as you can see, your rate will continue to go up. Some days it'll be a little bit down, but we try to gain now 4, 5, 10 words. Remember to always use your peripheral vision, use the indentation method, and tonight we're going to ask you to do something really fun, and that's create and redo your freedom dance. However you feel about your freedom dance, it's a private thing, but this is a celebration of you becoming free, of you having your own life, of you getting rid and exercising all the demons. You're on the way to learning a new way to think, a new way to live, a new way to act. So let's have your freedom dance. Let's work on that for a couple of minutes. And you might design different things, or if you want to put a little chant in there like the Indians or whatever. And just have fun. Whatever. There's no right, no wrong. You can twirl in circles and have a ballerina dance. you know, and you can pretend that you're a ballerina. It doesn't matter. It's you. It's your dream. It's your dance. It's just a way for the body to celebrate a new beginning. Well, thank you very much for today. Let's take our notes. Let's make sure we do our homework. List everything into the bathroom mirror on your speed and everything. And before we leave, I'd like to have everybody just grab your little book here, and it's an imaginary little book here. And let's just read this little book with our fingers and say this. I love my job. I love my new job. My new job is reading and learning. I love learning. I love who I am becoming. And I look in the mirror and I say, I love me. And I'm setting myself free so I can love you. Have a fantastic night. Do your homework. Dream big. Build your dreams. You can do it.